I'm a very social person, so for me to not be sociable to anyone anymore killed me. And I've always wanted to go back to school, but there's always that thought, is my life really worth it, like going back to school? And in the long run, I was like, it's not, so I have to learn at home.
This has been going on for now 7 years. Started in 5th grade.
I was in school and I started feeling pains in my chest, and they called my mom in to bring my inhaler because I had a little asthma back then.
We took him to the hospital and they admitted him. He was going through anaphylactic shock and his whole body was kind of shutting down on him. They assumed that it was something airborne, not knowing if you were going to lose your son, and being in a medical institution, and for that medical institution to not give you an answer was very, very frustrating. It got so bad in middle school to the point where he had to be homeschooled.
We found out what it was in 8th grade.
When he passed this group of boys, he's like, "What's that smell?" And they're like, it's Axe body spray, what do you mean? And he's like, "That's what it is. That's exactly what it is."
About 30% of the population has allergies in general, so to some degree they are sensitive to fragrances and fumes. There's a smaller subset, probably about 5 to 10% of the population that is extremely sensitive to them. Over the last several decades, manufacturers have started to put a lot of chemicals into these fragrances and products. The technical name for them is volatile organic compounds. And what they do is they help the fragrance to stay in the air longer, and they've actually been shown to be harmful to health. If you're one of the patients who outright have severe symptoms with fragrances, the only real treatment we have right now is avoidance.
What does that mean for Brandon? Avoidance of something that could potentially kill him, but also avoidance of being a typical teenager, being able to attend school.
There is times where I just want to cry because I know there's probably not a result coming soon. I miss not being able to play sports for my school and everything in school, and I just really miss talking to my friends face to face. So that's what I really miss with school.
It's just so hard to talk about it because he is just such a good kid, and not to be able to go to somebody and say, "Help this kid." Is there a medicine out there that can make it better, And there's not. There's not a medicine that can make it better, There's only avoidance.
Women for a Healthy Environment, this is Michelle, may I help you?
Our organization was created in 2009 as a way to educate and empower community members about various environmental health risks around the region, and we advocate for policy solutions to make it a healthier community for all. We're entering into our 4th year of the Fragrance Free Initiative. Many people are impacted by fragrance, but it's one of those things that can go silent and people don't actually raise awareness about the issue. Brandon's mother, Rosa, has been a champion in this space for a long time now, really looking to ways to have the school minimize Brandon's exposures. We have developed over the last year a Fragrance-Free Schools Toolkit, and it's available on our website. We have given in the toolkit lots of information with sample policies, a poster you can put up in the school. There is a sample letter that can go home to parents to explain why fragrance-free is so important. This is one of those small steps, as well as many others that we have underway to really have schools focus on different things that they can do, policies they can implement, changes they can make in everyday practice that will improve the learning environment for the students, the faculty, parents who come to volunteer, anybody who really comes to that school environment.
If it was your best friend that was going and suffering through something like this, and you had to choose a best friend being in school versus you spraying something, what would you choose? What would you choose? You would choose a life versus a spray.
I try not to feel sorry for myself because in the long run, this is going to make me a better person. To know that the generation after me is not breathing that in and could be healthier, that's all I really need to hear.